You were already saying there that, you know, you'd suffered this initial cancellation, you had been blacklisted, the TV work is sort of out of the equation now, but you're starting to build things back up and you found an audience, or you can continue to reach your audience even with the pandemic. Then the Euros 2021 controversy rolls around. The England team had become very clearly kind of presented in our national discourse as kind of a great symbol of diversity. There's always been a lot of black players in the England team, certainly for recent decades, but suddenly people had noticed and wanted to make a lot of a song and dance about it. Partly because of 2020 and George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. They get to the final, goes down to penalties, which is always fraught for an England team. And incidentally, a couple of the players who missed their penalties were some of the black or mixed race players. So you hop on social media.
I tweeted, all I'm saying is the white guy scored. That's...
You can understand why people might look on that and think, what's he trying to say here, other than the obvious or the literal?
There's this sort of collective insanity, isn't there, around this George Floyd thing, this BLM movement. In America and the United States, there's such a sort of a difficult history with police and such a recent history of segregation. You can understand what was happening with that, but in Britain, the cultural situation is not the same, and things were fantastic for so long in the, you know, in the 90s and the early 2000s, no problems at all. Suddenly this Euros tournament, every match are taking the knee for BLM, every advertising break, the big message on the screen, hate won't win.
Hate won't win.
Black Lives Matter. Well, of course they do. Of course it won't. This is a completely separate continent, a completely separate country. But clearly you're trying to stir something up and trying to create conflict and division where there is none. And the England manager, in a tournament framed by racial politics, decided he was going to pick 2 white footballers to take penalties and then a mixture of black and mixed race players to take penalties after that. Well, why are you seeing their skin colour, Andrew? Why are you seeing their race? Well, you framed the entire tournament in racial politics. You framed everything in terms of black and white. And now black or mixed race players stepped up and they all missed their penalties and everyone saw it straight away and everyone flinched a little bit. Oh.
And it was a joke as well. That's one thing that often gets missed.
Do you know?
If you just stood up on your soapbox.
It gets reported as a comment, but I went out on tour when I was allowed to after that, and every single night that joke, the biggest reaction in the room, biggest laugh. It was funny. What do you want from me? I'm doing my job. That's my job, is to be as funny as I possibly can be.
I've had 45 years of people thinking I'm a weird antisocial prick, and I've become quite accustomed to that. Not only have I become accustomed to it, I've turned it into a fucking career.
Am I right in remembering that it was something like 30 or 40 tour dates just disappear overnight as a consequence of this? Your agent drops you as well, and this is within an incredibly short space of time. We're talking about 30 or 40, you will correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Different venues 30, across the country.
About 30 tour dates, so they were cancelled, and the agent I had at the time, I think one of his highest profile client, the client he was making his money off really, came to him and said, if you don't drop Andrew Lawrence, I'm going to leave your agency. He's got a business, he's got bills to pay, so he did what he had to do. When it happens, this sort of effort to destroy your livelihood, so you can't say these things anymore that people imagine you're saying for kind of nefarious reasons. Think, oh, we'll destroy his livelihood, then that'll shut him up. But it doesn't work, because if you have ability, then you find a way.
My mum's worried about me. She says, you know, all this stuff you post online, Andrew, I'm worried about you getting in trouble with the police. You know, can't you spend your time on something that's less likely to get you arrested, like shoplifting?
Just this morning, I was walking home, I was walking down the street and I saw a big police van pull up just across the road from my house. I thought, oh, is this it? Have they come for me? Oh God, that thing I said last week in that video. Oh, I don't know if I should have done that.
I saw a police advert the other day. I don't know if you've seen this one. There's a poster at a bus stop, and an image of a police officer all kitted out in a police uniform, and it said, if you see a crime being committed, don't just stand there and do nothing. That's our job.
We would be remiss if we didn't also talk about another slightly more recent sort of cancellation attempt that was made on you after a horrific sort of van attack which took place, or car attack I should say, which took place in Liverpool.
Awful, terrible business. And all I did was I went on social media and I wrote, to be fair, if I was in Liverpool, I'd drive through a crowd of people to get the fuck out of there as well.
The joke isn't, look at all those people who've been injured, that's not funny, of course it's not, but the context isn't the same as the subject matter. Mistake a lot of people seem to make when it comes to comedians, isn't it? Or they pretend to pretend to be confused.
A lot of Liverpool people didn't like this at all because which is strange, really, because usually they have such a great sense of humour about it.
After the Liverpool tweet, I understand, was there a show in Southend that was cancelled, that they, they decided to sort of denounce you?
I've got an audience in Southend. This will be a good seller. It'll be a good show. And then, and then I don't know. After it's booked in, I found this is a crazy golf course. I went to Norway and did a gig in there was a toilet. I had to do a gig in a toilet in Norway. I've done a gig in a hot tub showroom. I've done everywhere.
Your material doesn't align with the values of the Southend crazy golf course.
I would have kind of done it. I'd probably take my daughter, we'd have a little game of crazy golf, and then I'd do the show.
Two-tier justice. If you're a white bloke, you've got to go to court, you're fucked, aren't you? I had to go to court for speeding. I thought they were going to take my licence off me. And I got there, I told the judge I was trans. Not only did he let me off, on the way out, he gave me 50 quid towards a tit job. That's good, isn't it?